Welcome back to Polarised Plots, Unearthing Conspiracies, the podcast where we deep dive into the most intriguing conspiracy theories out there. I'm your host, Kayla.
And I'm your co-host, Laur. Today we're tackling a highly controversial and relevant topic, COVID-19. From the origins of the virus to the rollout of vaccines, this pandemic has sparked a wide array of conspiracy theories. We're going to break down some of the most prominent ones and discuss their implications.
That's right, we've got a lot to cover, so let's dive right in. The first theory we're discussing is a lab leak theory. Was the virus created and intentionally released? This theory suggests that COVID-19 originated in a lab, specifically the Wuhan Institute of Virology, and was either accidental or deliberate released.
This theory gained traction early in the pandemic and has since seen resurgence, with some prominent figures supporting it. The proponents argue that the virus's genetic makeup and the proximity of the lab to the initial outbreak point to a man-made origin.
However, most scientists and intelligence agencies have found no conclusive evidence supporting this theory. The prevailing view is that the virus likely originated in a wet market jumping from animal to humans. It's important to note that while lab accidents can happen, there is no substantial proof that this was the case with COVID-19.
Exactly. Next up, let's talk about the 5G conspiracy. Did 5G cellular technology have any responsibility for the spread of COVID-19? This theory claims that 5G networks are somehow linked to the virus, either by weakening people's immune systems or even transmitting the virus.
This theory is one of the most far-fetched ones. Viruses can't travel on radio waves or mobile networks. COVID-19 is spread through respiratory droplets when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks. The World Health Organization and numerous scientists have debunked this theory repeatedly.
Right. The 5G conspiracy seems to stem from a fear of new technology and a lack of understanding how viruses actually work. Moving on to the next big topic, the vaccine conspiracy. There are several facets to this one, including the claims that the vaccines are not effective, that they are more harmful, or even that they're being used to control people's minds and spread diseases.
Vaccines for COVID-19 went through rigorous testing and trials before being approved for emergency use. The vast majority of data shows that they are effective at reducing the severity of the disease and preventing death. Side effects are generally mild and temporary.
The idea that vaccines are being used to control minds or spread diseases is rooted in a deep-seated mistrust of authorities and a misunderstanding of the science behind vaccinations. These claims have been thoroughly debunked by the medical community. Vaccines are a crucial tool in controlling the pandemic.
Absolutely. And that brings us to our final point, the government cover-up or hoax theory. The government hiding the truth about COVID-19? Are they trying to control people's behaviour or manipulate the economy?
Conspiracy theorists often claim that a pandemic is exaggerated or even fabricated to control the population, enforce draconian measures, or benefit certain economic sectors. These theories suggest a level of coordination and deceit that is extremely likely and is unsupported by evidence.
Governments around the world have certainly struggled with the pandemic, and responses have varied. Where there has been missteps and misinformation, the idea of a coordinated global hoax is implausible. The impacts of COVID-19 are very real, affecting millions of lives and economies globally.
It's crucial to rely on credible sources and scientific evidence when assessing these theories. The spread of misinformation can have serious consequences, including undermining public health efforts and eroding trust within institutions.
Well said, and it's important to stay informed and critical, but also to recognise when a theory lacks credibility and evidence. Thank you to our listeners for tuning in to our fourth episode of Polarised Plots Unearthing Conspiracies. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and join us next time as we explore more intriguing conspiracy theories. And don't forget to check out our website to find all the links to what we have discussed today. Until then, keep questioning and stay curious.